Welcome to the second video in our series on finding your weight loss path. Here we're focusing on mental health as a path to weight loss. Positive mental health is obviously a supportive structure for every other path. I thought about describing it as the ground that all the other paths are traversing, which it is, but it's such a powerful path in and of itself that I want it to stand on its own. Everything we do begins with thought. If we want to change our lives, we have to first change our minds. We want to be healthy. It starts with healthy thoughts. Think of it like this. Someone's physical body might be failing them in various ways, but if their mental health is strong, life can be good, even in the face of great difficulty. But someone else, even if they're in prime physical condition, if mental health is poor, they might be doing quite badly. We see that this dynamic often leads to weight gain during emotionally difficult times. And then you start dealing with trauma, chronic stress, depression, anxiety. It can make it so much more difficult to lose and maintain a healthy weight. It's such a complex interaction between food and our emotions and how we cope with stress. Mental health might be the journey that you need to take first, or at least at the same time. Now, making healthy decisions to lose weight can also improve our mental state, so it's a complex dynamic. A skilled counselor can help someone navigate those complexities, and I just can't encourage that enough. Whatever you are going through, don't suffer alone. Talk to someone about what is happening, especially if you're dealing with significant problems. Seek out resources and help. Let thoughtful people into that space who can walk with you and help you. I'm sure we could make 20 videos and only scratch the surface of mental health, so we're definitely going to circle back. But as a place to start, I want to focus on the very mild end of the spectrum, something that many of us probably experience from time to time, and something that doesn't even make it on most people's radar as a mental health concern. Consider with me for a moment boredom. Do you ever experience this? It seems like an innocent enough state, right? But it might be an early warning indicator. It's like a little flashing light on the dash trying to alert us that everything might not be in perfect order. Consider what it means. The mind is not settled. We are not content. Why is that? That's the right question to ask when we're bored. Why am I not content? Is there something in my life that needs to change? Is there something in my core being that needs to be addressed? Am I just tired? Whatever it is, it's often a message. We don't usually think to use boredom as a signal that there could be an opportunity to make a positive change. We tend to think of it as a problem in and of itself. And just think of how we typically respond to it. We try to alleviate it as quickly as possible. These days, we can eliminate boredom with the click of a button without ever having to think about it at all. But we should. At least from time to time, we should open up the space and reflect. Boredom happens in empty mental space. For some reason, at that moment, we're not okay with it. Either we have nothing to do, or we're doing something so routine that we're running on autopilot and our raw mental horsepower's looking for something to distract us so that we don't have to confront our discontent. Think about fasting in this context. Fasting is physical empty space and it is deeply connected to our emotional and mental state. When we fast, we're walking on a path that can take us right into that mental space. How do you fill that space? Play a video game, watch TV, infinity scroll on social media. How about that physical space? Eat, drink. Do you ever snack just for something to do? Just to kill the time and escape the boredom? Listen, distractions are not necessarily bad in and of themselves. I often tell people when I'm helping them learn to tolerate a fasting interval, I say find a pleasant distraction. A distraction can be a mental crutch that can help you train the physical capacity to fast. And we can turn that back around and use the physical capability to build out our mental state of contentment. And that is a beautiful progression. So watch a movie, relax, have fun, connect with friends and family on a social network. It's all good. But take some time also to make sure that you're aware of what you're doing and why. When distractions are covering over boredom, we are missing a lot of insight into our life. Are distractions keeping you from making the hard choice of confronting things in your life that need to change? The state of mind that we want to move toward is a mental space of peace and purpose. If we have peace, then we can find contentment. And that's the opposite of anxiety. And if we find purpose, we can find happiness, which is the opposite of depression. So we start from this simple place, boredom. The insight we gain from this can flow across the mental health space. We can use it to help with weight loss, absolutely, but that's just one of the many benefits. How do we lean into this mental health path? Breathing, so important. Movement, journaling, meditation, counseling, community connection, healthy eating, fasting. Many different ways we can move toward this. Getting proper sleep, setting boundaries in order to open up space in our life. And we can't sit in an empty space forever. Just like we can't fast forever, we need balance. Finding balance is such a huge part of mental health. That's what I'm personally trying to do, so I hope we can all journey on this wellness path together. Please share any thoughts or questions you have about this in the comments. I'll be back in the next video on exercise as a path to weight loss, and I'll look forward to seeing you there.